everyone. Thank you for having me on the Borrowed Book today. My name is Lacy Williams. I'm the author of Marrying Miss Marshal, which hits bookshelves in August. It is my first book. It won the 2009 ACFW Genesis contest in the historical category. I'm very, very excited about it and excited to be here to tell you about it today. I am a wife, a mom, in addition to being a writer, and I also love reading. My tagline is happily ever afters guaranteed. So usually if you see me in a bookstore, I'm the person reading the end of the book to see if it's something that I'm interested in buying.
It's a pleasure to have you here on the Borrowed Book, Lacy. Have you always wanted to write? And if not, what did you dream of doing as a child?
I did want to be a writer at different times when I was growing up. Of course, I wanted to be a lot of other things as well. A veterinarian, a professional ballerina, a librarian, a dog trainer. And there are a lot of reasons why some of those other career choices did not work out for me. However, God has opened a lot of doors and has given me a continuing love of reading and writing, and so I'm very blessed to be able to call myself a published author today.
I feel exactly the same way. How long did you write before you sold your first book?
I took writing courses back in high school and in college. However, I didn't seriously begin pursuing publication until 2006. At that time, I joined ACFW, joined a local writers group as well. I've learned a lot. I've worked really hard, and I got my first contract in 2010, and I'm hoping that there will be a lot more to follow.
I'm sure there will be, Lacy. Now, tell us about your latest release, Marrying Miss Marshal.
Marrying Miss Marshal is about a woman town marshal in the Wild West. It is loosely based on two real-life stories of women in law enforcement in the 1920s. One was a town marshal and one was a county sheriff. As you can imagine, these women faced a lot of obstacles in their careers. They had a really tough time doing the things that they needed to do because they were women, and that was something that I wanted readers to be able to experience in my story. My heroine faces a lot of challenges, including prejudice from the people that she's trying to protect. And really the only person who will help her and come alongside her is the hero, who is a tenderfoot from the big city. He's a detective trying to hunt down some cattle rustlers, but he doesn't know anything about how to deal with things in Wyoming. So they end up helping each other, and of course they end up falling in love.
Writers often put things in their books that are very personal. Is there something in Marrying Miss Marshal that's about you or someone you know?
I've shared this with a few people, but Marrying Miss Marshal was written over a period of time when my husband and I were trying to start our family and not having much luck. One of the main things that the heroine in the story is a family of her own. She feels like it's something that she can't have and that God is not giving to her, and a lot of those struggles that she goes through in the book were really directly from my own heart at that time. However, I'm happy to report that God blessed our family with a beautiful, beautiful little toddler girl, and we have another little boy on the way. So very big blessings from God.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Lacy, and congratulations on your upcoming baby. Now, readers often talk about the hero or heroine of their novels, but today I'd like to know something about your villain. Does he or she have a redeeming quality?
There are a lot of villains in this book. I don't want to spoil anything for you. However, because of the length of the story, I wasn't really able to focus on the villains and their motivation and go really deep into that. But I do like to think that anybody can be redeemed, and so I like to think that my villains could be redeemed if they had an open heart.
It's been such a pleasure visiting with you today, Lacy. Thank you so much for your time. Have you got any parting words that you'd like to share?
Thank you very much for having me on the Borrowed Book, and don't forget to stop by my website, lacywilliams.net or marryingmissmarshal.com, and enter the contest that I have going on to celebrate my book. Thank you very much.